Hi, everyone. It's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So welcome to my YouTube Live and to my Facebook Live. I'm so glad that you have joined me. This is part of my mystery challenge, and normally I would do this at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But because of training, unfortunately, I have no choice over a change of time because Monday was a statutory holiday. So I'm here today doing the mystery challenge, and the mystery challenge clues are masculine, trees, and circles. So I know I've already seen a couple of people that have already put on some of their things from the clues, so that's awesome. I really do appreciate that. It's so great when you do that for me. So let me just skip on down, and we're going to use something new. We're going to use, well, new to me. This is still in the J to A mini catalog, but it's a delicate forest. And this kind of reminds me of Forest Grove sort of thing with this archway and everything else. And I haven't really used it in that way. However, I think this would be a really good one to show off what exactly I want to do. Hello, Ina and Patricia and Marjorie. Just remember that this is part of a live. So if I do talk with different people and you don't like that, watch it on the replay, and then you can just speed forward through all of that. I did see Marjorie did one with the Forest Grove, which was a beautiful card. So like I say, I'm doing one that's going to be a masculine card, but it's going to be more of a masculine card. And I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do with this. So we'll kind of go along and we'll go from there. Oh, hello, Felicia. You're right. Long time no see. All right. So when I said masculine and trees, this was not my first choice. I was actually going to do something else, but I decided that I'm going to hold that off because I'm going to do it for a swap, and I can't show that swap until later. And I'm also going to do it for a video hop. So that way I'm not going to, I'll have to just leave that, and we'll do it a little bit later, and you'll be seeing it around the 8th or 9th of March. Hello, Pam. And hello, Leona. You loved the card class yesterday. Well, thank you very much. It is such an easy one. I can't wait to show you my second part of it. I have, it's really, it's neat. It's so simple and it's so addicting. All right. So what have we got here? We have got, I am doing a very masculine card. I would say masculine, with it being just with the colors. Don't you find that sometimes you can just make a card, make it look masculine just by using the colors? Of course, that's part of it. But I think this one could lend itself to could really lend itself to even, I hate to say it, but a sympathy card. I always sort of associate these colors with sympathy cards. I don't know why. Anyways, my card base is going to be Crumb Cake. I don't use this color that often anymore, but it's a good stable a color to keep in your pack, that's for sure. And this is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and let's fold into the mountain. And we'll just come in with our bone folder and get a really good crease there. Now, I decided on this card, I'm going to go with layers. I thought, well, you know, I don't do layers that much, and I do love doing layers. So, hello, Alice. Warm Indiana. Are you being facetious, or is that really the case? All right. So it's not warm here, but it was a beautiful day. My basic black happens to be 4 by 5 1/4. Has some pecan pie, and I used to always put these colors together when it was soft suede, but I find that this pecan pie is makes it a little bit brighter, but it also it just, I don't know, it's brighter, a little more cheerful. I don't know if cheerful is the route that I really want to go with this type of a card, but anyways. So this piece happens to be 3 3/4 by 5 inch. And then I have a piece of very vanilla, and it is 3.5 by 4 3/4. I'm sure that's what it is. I just have to bring out my grid paper by 4 3/4. That's right. All right. And then I do have a piece that's 3 3/4 by 5 inches, and that's going to be, 55 degrees. Yes, that's nice. It is. That's in Fahrenheit. You know, I don't even know what temperature it is here, so I don't pay too much to the temperature unless I'm going out and going to be in it. All right. So I want to use circles. So what I did was I went in and I cut out, this is the 6th from the smallest size up of the deckled circles. And I'm just going to come in. I've done it the same size as this. And I'm just going to come in and I'm just actually going to sponge. I wanted some sponging done on here. I'm really into this sponging, that's for sure. All right, so I have a pecan pie color there, and I've got a crumb cake color here. So this has some great images on here. All right, so I don't want that to move. So I have 2 options that I could do. I could turn around and I could mask tape this down. I could use, you know what? This is what I could use. I could use my Post-it note tape. And I'll just put this down here for now. I'm going to end up moving it anyways. And I'll just put it like that. And then that way it's not going to move on me. That's for sure. And then I'm just going to come in with my crumb cake. And I just want to get, and this is like a reverse masking, very fundamental type technique. But I find this very effective, this technique. So that was crumb cake. And then I want to go in with my pecan pie. And I want to have it just a bit darker around the edges. Now there's lots of different looks that we could be going for with this. I'm just going to go more around the edges. Who doesn't like these blending brushes? I think with the blending brushes, I spend a lot of time just playing with them, even because I just love that feel, right? And then just, like I say, how simple is that, right? Now let's see what that looks like underneath, because we might have to turn around and change it up a bit. So, oh, that's a good one. And it is uneven. I want it to be quite uneven. I didn't want it to be all solid color. Now, I went ahead and I tried doing it with this piece, and I just found that it was a little bit too thick. So I cut the same measurement out with my masking paper. Now, I can remove this masking paper, or I can just go ahead and put it on here just the same way I did that. And then this way I can use this for the same technique over and over, because if I decide I want this particular look, I can then go that way. Now, isn't that funny? I'm sitting there going, where did I put that stamp set? All right. So I have this image here, and see, it is a big image and it's very dirty on there. So I should just come in and just clean that part off. All right. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with my memento. And I know, because of my thing yesterday, hello, Judy, I know that this is fairly good and inked up. And I'm also going to be using pecan pie with this. So I'm thinking to myself, let's see, the pecan pie is the lighter of the two. So I'm going to use that first, because I'm not going to go and clean in between, because I don't really need to. Now I'm just going to come. Let's just ink that up. And I'm going to just come and put this one right there. And with this masking, whoops, that wasn't very good. I wonder if I can go in and get that. I might have to do this on the other side. I don't know how close I'm going to get to doing that. Well, let's give it a try. Oh, it missed that part. You know why? Because I'm using a photopolymer stamp set, and I'm not doing it onto my paper piercing mat. So let's go ahead and let's just do that quickly again. You see how easy it really is. And let's go here. And I'm going to make sure that I have that paper piercing mat this next time. All right, so let's go with our crumb cake again. Hello, Judy. All right. So, I've always liked this technique. I think it's one of the simplest techniques to do, but very, very effective. Okay, so that's the crumb cake. Let's come in with our pecan pie. And again, I want to do this right around the edges because I want it darker around the edges. So, like I say, the clues today are masculine, trees, and circles. All right, so let's go with that. Let's take that off of there. Just going to come in and use those again. I'm going to come in with that masking tape. Like I say, this is normally I would attach this masking tape to it, but I can prolong it a little bit more by just doing it this way. Now, one thing I'm going to do, like I made the mistake there, is I'm going to come in with my paper piercing mat. And now I'm going to come in and let's get this stamped. So very important that we stamp with, okay, now I'm going to change it up. I'm going to go a little bit lower on this particular one. Hoping that that's in there. See what a difference with the paper piercing mat, that's for sure. I'm going to go there. And really, I probably should go to clean this, that's for sure. I've got my cleaner right here, so I'll just use. Who uses this Stampin' Scrub, or do you use the chamois? I really like my Stampin' Scrub. I like the fact that you can use it with the, just like that. Let me just come in and clean that off. And now, and I think this would be fine with just using the pecan pie. I guess too, I could probably come in and I could use early espresso with this, but I kind of thought with the black that I've got with in the layers, I thought it would look kind of neat. I don't know how this is going to look. Not, I may have to go cut another piece of paper, right? Now this should be good and inked up. I'll go use another, maybe this one. There we go. That's better. This must be the one I inked up. And then we're just going to go in here. I'm just going to put that up just a bit up from there. This tree is great. I don't know what kind of a tree it is. I have no idea. Anyways, it was something that appealed to me. I liked the archway that was in there. All right. So then, see how that's going to look? And it looks a little busy, but I think it's going to work for this particular card. All right. So let's come back in. And this is going to go onto here. And I think this is one of those ones. See how that's, oh, I think that's going to work just fine. And I think this is one that I could turn around and use this twine, or I could use the essential twine, would work on there as well. I don't know if I've got that close enough that it'll, no, I'll just use the twine. Oh, you know what? This will work. This is that essential twine, and this is the crumb cake. So that would go, you know, we'll just see how it works. So I'm going to go ahead and layer this on there. Isn't that great? Stampin' Up has magical paper, right? It's two-sided. I had new stampers kind of look at me the other day when I said that, and then one started laughing. It was quite funny. Thank you. Like I say, this is such a simple technique, one that gets forgotten quite often. Now, I think I could do this, and I think I'll use this essential twine. I'm going to wrap it around there a couple of times. Does look quite a bit like the linen thread. Linen thread is a little bit grayer. I'll just tie that in a knot. Or, yeah, we definitely don't want a bow, but I'll tell you something. If you put a bow behind here, I'm going to show you something here. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't want it as a bow, I want it as something else. So I'll kind of do that, and I might just take it apart. Okay. I'm just going to take that down. This kind of makes it so you've got that look where you've got more layers behind. Like when I do this onto like a sentiment on there, see how it's going to kind of go up above and below. See, it's just going to go like, oh dear, where it's just going to, yeah, it's not really showing because the bow's not big enough. That's okay. We'll just leave it like that. All right. So this label, actually, there's two of them, and I really like the shapes of these out of this particular die. So hello, Marge. So I'm just going to actually put that over there. Now I'm thinking to myself, do I have to emboss that? I could emboss it in gold. I really think it would look better in white. And now I have to figure out what I want to put on this. So we could do this as a sympathy card. This one is stay strong, my friend, you'll get through this. This might be a thing of encouragement. So let me do that one. And that should stay on this particular one. And we won't make the same mistake twice. I'm going to come in with my paper piercing mat. And what should I do it in, gold or white? I think the white will really show up the best, personally. And if I don't like the way that it works, I can color that. I didn't know if you knew that you can color over top. Yes, the faux leather would go along with this very well as well, which I think is a great idea. However, I cannot find that. Oh, I say I can't find it, and I see it right there. Whoops, this is a really bad Versamark. That's one of my Versamarks that I use with another technique. So, all right, so let's go in here and this stay strong, my friend, you'll get through this. This is a masculine card. I still say it is a masculine card with it this way. Now, if you wanted to think of that where you could turn around and change up the colors. But mind you, I think this one's, whenever I see green, and I really wanted to do greens with this, I'm missing my evening evergreen, that is for sure. Okay, so I'm just going to put this on here like that. But you're right, that faux leather would look really great on there too as well. Okay, we're going to try this in the basic white. What a beautiful expression. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, and then I'll just come in with my heat tool. Well, you know, I haven't put that down, so let me try it with that faux leather. I think that's great. It might get a little too high or too thick with it, but I think it'll work. Oh, shoot. I went into that Y. Oh, well. You need it to go like that. What a great expression. And then, can't believe I went looking for this the other day and I couldn't find it, and it was right there. Yep, that faux leather would look really sharp on there as well. You know what? Let's take that off. Should we take it off? I'll see if I can get it off, because we may not be able to get it off because I glued it. No, I don't think we'll, but what a great idea. I forget about that all the time. So this is just going to go over here. I can put it in the middle. See, this is going to make it look like there's a bit of stuff underneath it. Or I might even just take that off. Let's put that on with dimensionals, and I'm going to use black dimensionals. Oh, and you know what? I did cut out some of these things, and I wondered how this would look. So if I went like this, these were some die cuts from there. So I just thought, well, let's just cut those and see how they look. So from there, put that, oh, that's what I'll do. I'm going to put that down there, and then I'm going to put the, I always like to try to die cut a lot of the different things that are in the dies when I first open them to see what they look like. Okay, so this should probably sit for just a bit. We're going to put this on there. You know, I don't want that dipping, so let's go ahead and put that there. Just like that. This is just going to go on there. Oh, that's really crooked, isn't it? But I think that's the die, the way the die goes. So I'm going to make it go straight. And then let's just come in with this. So I've used my trees, I've used my circles, and I've used masculine. I think it's quite masculine. So that's just going to go there. Oh, and I have another idea too. I wonder if I can find them. That's always a big challenge when I'm using something like that on my desk. Oh, you know what else would look really good on this? And I wonder if I've got them readily available. Yeah. And thanks, Felicia, for reminding me about that nature's thing. I'm going to come in. Thank you. And I'm going to use some of these cork rounds because they'll work just great on here. I think they will. All right, so let's just go there. And oops, this is a little crooked. And let's put another one down here. It's kind of lopsided, isn't it? Ah, so crooked. And we'll put one right in there. Right in there. Let's go ahead and put this onto the back. Oh, and we have the inside. Now, I did go ahead and cut these two. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to just put those on the inside. It's interesting how it kind of cut. It has like a border sort of thing on it. So I'm just gonna go and cut that off. I don't know how this is going to work. But that is just going to go, look at it, it's crooked. See how crooked it is? So you know what? I'm going to layer it on here like this so it's straight, and then I can cut the rest off afterwards. Oh, thanks, Pam. So that adds a bit of interest to the inside of the card, and then I'm just going to come and trim that off. Just put a tiny bit of that on there. Because if I didn't do something with this die, what would happen is I will turn around and just put it in the box for the school kids, right? All right. So this piece can go onto the front. So if you like that, give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it when you do that. Tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday. No, tomorrow's Thursday. Oh, it's my Now What series. I think I've got something planned for that. I never know. I write things down on my thing. I know I have nothing but a whole pile of videos to get done for when I'm away. And you know what? It's funny. I look up on the screen and it looks totally different than what it looks like in real life. So I'm going to actually bring that up. It looks like, yeah. Anyways, so there we go. I hope you enjoyed that. That is using the Delicate Forest one, and it has some great sentiments on here. And yeah, it's a masculine card, but a support card. There's so many times that we don't give support cards to the males in our family. You know, we think, you know, they're so strong. But this could be, you know, it could be a sympathy card with the way that it's kind of set up. So yeah, anyways, thank you. Awesome. So what is happening? So like I say, tonight I have my team meeting, which I'm looking forward to, seeing what the creative juices that they've got going there. I'm also, tomorrow, like I say, is my Now What series. And that I'm hoping that I'll use something. If you have any ideas, please reach out to me. I really do appreciate that. Hi, Ingrid. I haven't seen you in a long time. Thanks, Ina. Thanks, Patricia. All right, you guys, give me the thumbs up. Share my video. I really do appreciate it. We will see you tomorrow at 4:15 Pacific time. And yeah, thanks, Lila. I appreciate that. Right. If you live in Canada and are not working with a demonstrator, I'd love to work with you. Bye for now. Remember to create because it's great for the soul. Bye now.